Let us do these questions on trigonometric equations. So sin x is given equal to minus root 3 by 2. We know if sin x would have been equal to root 3 by 2, we had angle in first quadrant as x equal to pi by 3, right? Now this is negative value for sine. So I can say x equal to minus pi by 3 is one of the angles. So sine, if I got this pi by 3 here, then at minus pi by 3 it will give me negative value, right? So if there is negative value given for sine and I know the angle in first quadrant corresponding to its positive value, so I can simply place minus theta, right? Because sine of, I can use this thing that sine of minus theta is equal to minus sine theta, right? So I can say that x equal to minus pi by 3. This is something that I am going to use, or let alpha be equal to minus pi by 3. So to write general solution, x will be equal to n pi plus minus 1 raised to power n alpha, that is minus pi by 3 that I am taking. In some of the books you may see some other angle like 4 pi by 3, or let us say minus 2 pi by 3. Minus pi by 3 also can be written like this. This is 6 pi, then minus pi, 5 pi by 3. So any of the angles may be written here in your books. But now we are talking about general solutions. So it doesn't matter which angle I write here in place of alpha, because anyhow I'll get rest of the angles by putting various values of n here, because n belongs to integers. So I can keep on putting these integers and obtain these values of alpha, that is these particular solutions. For example, if I put n equal to 1, or let us start with 0. If I put n equal to 0, I'll have minus pi by 3. If I put, okay, let us do it. If n equal to 0, I'll have x equal to minus pi by 3. If I put n equal to 1, I'll have pi minus minus, that is plus pi plus pi by 3. So x will be equal to pi plus pi by 3, that is equal to 4 pi by 3. So even if you write 4 pi by 3 here, then I'll have to place some other value of n to obtain minus pi by 3. So this angle is achievable from this equation. So it doesn't matter, the angle should be correct, right? So I always recommend that if you know the positive value, for example root 3 by 2, you know the angle as pi by 3 in first quadrant, and if you want to find its negative value, you simply write minus pi by 3 here. Rest of the values can be obviously obtained from it, right? So if you put n equal to 2, you'll get another angle which is 2 pi, and this will become plus now, and this is minus pi by 3. So this will be 6 pi minus pi 5 pi by 3. This is another solution, right? This is another solution. So this was my general solution for this equation. Let us look at the next one. So for sine, I told you if you have got a negative angle, you can write minus theta, right? For tan also you can write minus theta. But for cos, you have to take it here, because here in this fourth quadrant it is positive, cos is positive. So if you know an angle for cos to be theta, and you want an angle in second quadrant, so you can always take pi minus theta. What I mean is, if you have cos theta equal to minus 1 by 2, okay, now you know cos theta equal to 1 by 2 gives you theta equal to pi by 3 in first quadrant. So cos theta equal to minus pi by 2 will give you pi minus pi by 3, that is 2 pi by 3 in second quadrant. So it will give you a negative value of cos and will be equal to minus 1 by 2. So in that case you can take this angle and put it in the general solution. Let us solve some of the questions, you will understand what I am trying to say. Cos x equal to 1 by 2. So one of the angles or one of the solutions I can take is pi by 3. So let me write a general solution for x as x equal to 2 n pi plus minus alpha, that is pi by 3, right? Even if you take something else apart from pi by 3, you take minus pi by 3, that is same in case of cos, right? So that will also be acceptable here, because anyhow it is plus minus here. Alright, so this is the solution, you don't get confused. This is the solution. N belongs to integers. You put various values of n and you will get various values of x. That is the beauty of general solution. Now on the left hand side I've got tan, on the right hand side I've got cot. So I'll have to convert both sides to a same trig ratio. So for example, I know the formula for tan x equal to tan alpha, right? Even if I get cot x equal to cot alpha, so what I can take is their reciprocals. But I need to take care that the solution that I get, I need to match it with the original question. For example, if you take reciprocal and make a new equation, now if you get a solution, but if you put that in original equation that you had originally, that gives value which is not defined. So that cannot be accepted as our solution. So if you do any manipulation with the equation that is given in the question, then you have to take care that the answer that you get finally, you have to match it with the original question and see whether it is a valid answer or not. Okay. Now in this question, tan of 2x is equal to minus cot x plus pi by 3. So if I write it as tan, let us say, which quadrant should I take it to? If I take it to second quadrant, tan is negative there. So tan pi by 2 plus x plus pi by 3. What I mean is tan pi by 2 plus theta is equal to minus cot theta, right? So minus cot of this angle I have written as tan pi by 2 plus this angle. Okay. So now this will give me an equation which is tan 2x equals pi by 2 plus pi by 3. So pi by 3 is 60, this is 90, so this is 150. Let me write it collectively as 5 pi by 6 tan 5 pi by 6 plus x. Now this is an equation that we are comfortable with, so I'll write 2x equal to n pi plus alpha, which is 5 pi by 6 plus x here. 5 pi by 6 plus x. Now I can take this x on the left hand side. So x will be equal to n pi plus 5 pi by 6, and this is my general solution for this given equation. So the next question is this: sine 2x minus sine 4x plus sine 6x. So what I can think of is applying CD formula on these two, right? First of all, I'll simplify it and try to bring it into some a into b equal to 0 type of form. So let me apply CD formula on these two. Sine c plus sine d will give me 2 sine c plus d by 2, that is 2x plus 6x, 8x by 2, 4x, cos c minus d by 2, so 2x minus 6x is minus 4x, by 2 is minus 2x, but this is cos, so either you write minus 2x or 2x, it is one and the same thing. And then there is this term which is minus sine 4x, and it is equal to 0. So if you see, I can take sine 4x common, and inside I'll have 2 cos 2x minus 1, and it is equal to 0. So this will give, this is a into b type of form, right? So either sine 4x equal to 0 or 2 cos 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. So this gives me sine x equal to 0 means x equal to n pi. So here 4x equal to n pi, where n is an integer, so x equal to n pi upon 4, or cos 2x equal to 1 by 2, right? Cos 2x equal to 1 by 2, and in first quadrant if you see, 1 by 2 I obtain at pi by 3, right? So cos pi by 3 gives me 1 by 2, so 2x will be equal to 2n pi plus minus pi by 3. This is how I write the angle. This angle equal to 2n pi plus minus alpha, that is pi by 3 in this case. Now x will be equal to n pi, because I'll divide both sides by 2, n pi plus minus pi by 6. right? So this is the solution. Either x is equal to this or x is equal to this. Now in all of these questions you try to bring the identity or the equation in one variable. For example, I can bring this entire equation in form of sine x, right? How? Because I'll write cos square x as 1 minus sine square x, then plus 3 sine x equals 0. Now if you see, it will convert into a quadratic equation in sine. Let me write it into a standard form. 2 sine squared x minus 3 sine x minus 2 equal to 0. This is something that you can easily factorize. Otherwise you can directly apply the formula, quadratic formula, and get the solutions or get the factors. So for this I don't have to do anything. I can simply factorize it like this. If I take 2 sine x outside, it will give me sine x minus 2 here, and then plus 1 sine x minus 2 here. So the factors that I have are 2 sine x plus 1 into sine x minus 2 equal to 0. So if you see, I have brought this in product form, a into b equal to 0. So either a equal to 0, so the solutions, so either this first part is equal to 0, that is 2 sine x plus 1 equal to 0. So if this is equal to 0, this will give me sine x equal to minus 1 by 2. So I'll take one of the angles, that is alpha, as this is, if I would have got 1 by 2, I would have said in the first quadrant there is an angle pi by 6 where it is 1 by 2. So I'll take minus pi by 6 for minus 1 by 2. So I can say x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 raised to power n alpha, that is minus pi by 6, right? So this is my solution for this equation. And then, or this can be 0, sine x minus 2 equal to 0. So that means sine x equal to 2, which is not valid, because this is out of the range of sine, because sine of an angle can be maximum 1 and minimum minus 1, otherwise it will be between minus 1 and 1. So sine x equal to 2 is not valid, right? It cannot achieve a value more than 1. So there is no such x. So there is no such x, or you can say no solution, rather than saying not valid, you can say no solution, right? So this is the only solution that I have. Okay, and I am warning you again and again that if you see some other angle written here in your book, right, you don't have to worry about that, because this is also a perfect solution. We are talking about general solutions here. So you can obtain that angle. Let us say if in your book it is written 7 pi by 6, so you can obtain that angle from this equation itself, because n belongs to integers. So what you can do is, now I have got this solution, x equal to n pi plus minus 1 raised to power n minus pi by 6, right? So if I place n equal to 1, then x will be equal to pi. Now n equal to 1 means this will be negative and this will be negative, so negative negative positive, so pi plus pi by 6, this will give me 7 pi by 6 as one of the solutions. So even if I place this 7 pi by 6 here, that will be perfectly alright, or if I put minus pi by 6 here, I can very well obtain 7 pi by 6 from it. If I place 7 pi by 6 there, I can obtain minus pi by 6 by placing various values of n here. So it doesn't matter if you place minus pi by 6 here or 7 pi by 6 here. In case of sine, if I have got some negative values, I prefer placing minus theta, right? Because that is simple, that is direct, right? You can place it directly there without thinking twice, and you can very well obtain rest of the values from a general solution. We are writing a general solution, so it doesn't matter which value you write there in that bracket in place of alpha. Okay, anyhow, that this general solution is going to give us infinite number of solutions. Find the principal and general solutions for the following equation. So tan x equal to root 3. So let me write it as tan x equal to tan pi upon 3. So x will be equal to n pi plus pi by 3. This is my general solution where n belongs to integers. Now let me write principal solutions. For principal solutions, I just need values of x between 0 to 2 pi. Right? So one of the values can be obtained when I put n equal to 0. So I'll have x equal to pi by 3. This is one of the solutions. If I put n equal to 1, I'll have x equal to pi plus pi by 3, which is equal to 4 pi by 3, which is less than 2 pi, right? Because 2 pi will be 6 pi by 3, right? So this is also acceptable as principal solution. This is also acceptable as principal solution. But if you place anything else apart from it, that will not be between 0 to 2 pi. So these are the principal solutions, pi by 3 and 4 pi by 3. So you can try for n equal to 2. If you put n equal to 2, that will be 2 pi plus pi by 3. So it will be beyond 2 pi. If you put n equal to something negative, so it will become minus pi plus pi by 3, so which will be below 0. So these are the only two principal solutions. What are the principal solutions? Principal solutions are pi by 3 and 4 pi by 3. What are the general solutions? This is my general solution. Now look at this. Secant x equal to 2. So I can write it as cos x equal to 1 by 2. Just to think about the angle. Otherwise, if you change anything in the original equation, final solution has to be verified with the original equation. Okay. So cos x equal to 1 by 2, that means x is pi by 3. If I am looking in first quadrant, okay, because this is a positive value, so x will be, I'll take x equal to pi by 3, or let me take alpha equal to pi by 3, or another way of writing it as cos x equal to cos pi by 3. Right, now x can be written as 2n pi plus minus pi by 3. This is my general solution. Now let me write the principal solution. For principal solution, one of the solutions is pi by 3 itself, or let me place n equal to 0 and then check. If I place n equal to 0, it will give me minus pi by 3 or pi by 3. So I'll accept pi by 3 only, because I am looking for a solution between 0 to 2 pi now. And when I put n equal to 1, n equal to 1 will give me 2 pi minus pi by 3 as my another solution, because 2 pi plus pi by 3 is not required here, not acceptable to me, because I am looking for principal solution. 2 pi minus pi by 3, 2 pi minus pi by 3, this will be 6 pi minus pi, 5 pi by 3. So these are my principal solutions. Anyhow, you know, if you get, let us say, value of cos as something positive, if you got a positive angle, that is pi by 3 in first quadrant, then another angle for cos that will give you positive value will be in fourth quadrant, which is 2 pi minus theta, right? If this is theta, the another value that you'll get is 2 pi minus theta. So if one of the values you got pi by 3, the second principal solution you'll get as 2 pi minus pi by 3. So first two questions are over. Now let us look at the next one. Cot x equal to minus root 3. So if I think in terms of tan x equal to minus 1 by root 3. And if it would have been 1 by root 3, I would have said the angle in first quadrant would be pi by 6. Now this is in fourth quadrant. So I'll say angle is minus pi by 6. So let me write the general solution using this angle here. What I mean is tan x equal to minus 1 by root 3 means tan x equal to tan of minus pi by 6. Right? So I'll write x as n pi plus alpha, that is minus pi by 6 here. right? So n belongs to integers. This is my general solution. General solution may be different what than the expression written in your book, right? In your answers, I have explained it enough number of times that the answer that is written in your book, you can place various values of n and obtain the angles. I can put other, like I can put integral values of n here and obtain all the solutions that the answer in your book obtains. Okay, so this is a right solution. Now let us talk about principal solutions. I am looking for values between 0 to 2 pi. So if I put n equal to 0, that will give me a negative value, that is not acceptable. So n equal to 1 will give me pi minus pi by 6, that is 5 pi by 6. So it is one of the solutions. N equal to 2 give me 2 pi minus something, that is also acceptable because that is lesser than 2 pi. So it will give me 11 pi by 6. These are my principal solutions. Let us look at this. If I consider this as sin x equal to minus 1 by 2, so this is again minus pi by 6, right? Because at pi by 6 it will give me 1 by 2, so negative pi by 6, or let me write it like this, sin x equal to sine of minus pi by 6. Now you understand what I am saying? So x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 raised to power n minus pi by 6. Let me write, now this is my general solution. So let me write principal solutions. So if I place n equal to 0, that will give me minus pi by 6. I don't want that. If I put n equal to 1, that will give me, if I put n equal to 1, that will give me pi here. This will be negative, 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 positive. So pi plus pi by 6, that will give me 7 pi by 6. Now think about 2. If I put n equal to 2, what will I have? N equal to 2 will give me 2 pi here, and this will become plus, so minus pi by 6. So this is another solution that is perfectly acceptable because this is also between 0 to 2 pi. So these are my principal solutions for the original equation. Now find the general solution for each of the following equations. Now in this equation I have got cos 4x minus cos 2x. So I can write it like this, cos 4x minus cos 2x equal to 0. So this I can apply CD formula to bring it into product form, right? So cos C minus cos D can be written as minus 2 sine C plus D by 2, that is 3x, and sine C minus D by 2, that is 4x minus 2x, 2x by 2x, and it is equal to 0. Now if you see, this is in product form, so I can say either sine 3x equal to 0 or sine x equal to 0. So this will give me general solution for 3x equal to, so if sine 3x equal to 0, I can say that 3x equal to n pi, right? So x will be equal to n pi by 3, or if sine x equal to 0, then x will be equal to n pi. So x will be equal to n pi, or x will be equal to n pi by 3, and this is the general solution for this equation. Let us look at what do we have next. Now I've got this equation. My endeavor is to bring it into product form, so let me apply CD formula on these two. Because how do I choose terms to apply CD formula on? I look at the angles. So if you look at the average of these two angles, it will give me this angle. So somehow this will be taken as common, so this will give me a product form. So let me apply CD formula on these two. So cos C plus cos D, that means 2 cos C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2, right, minus cos 2x equals 0. So you see cos 2x can be taken as common, and inside you'll have 2 cos x minus 1 equal to 0. Now this is in product form, so either cos 2x will be equal to 0, which will give me 2x equal to odd multiple of pi by 2, or 2 cos x minus 1 will be equal to 0, cos x equal to 1 by 2, right? And cos x equal to 1 by 2 means alpha I'll take as pi by 3. So that will give me x equals to 2n pi plus minus pi by 3. So this will be the general solution if this is equal to 0, and this will be the general solution. Let me write it for x, because we write general solution for x. So it will be equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 4, or this. Okay. So these two are not, these are solution for this equation. Collectively they are general solution. Why there is or? Because we will take union, whatever values this first expression gives, whatever values this second expression gives, we will take union of those values to write the final solution. Now these are infinite such values, so we will leave at this. We are not going to write those values. But if let us say we are limited, let us say the question says you need to write values between 0 to 4 pi only, then we can write values using this expression here and this expression here, but we will not write common values twice. So if it is asked, the question says find the number of solutions between minus 2 pi and 2 pi, then we will find solutions using this and this, and take out the common, write the common solution only once, right? So then the number of solutions will be counted. Sine 2x plus cos x equal to 0. So if you see, I can write sine 2x as 2 sine x cos x plus cos x equals 0. So I can take cos x outside, 2 sine x plus 1 equal to 0. So either cos x equal to 0, that means x will be equal to odd multiple of pi by 2, or sine x equal to minus 1 by 2. So I always take that as minus pi by 6. So x will be equal to n pi plus minus 1 raised to power n minus pi by 6. This is minus pi by 6. Alright, so this is my general solution and belongs to integers. And what about this? This is secant square 2x and tan 2x. So my endeavor is to bring this equation into only one trigonometric ratio, that is tan, right? Secant square x is equal to 1 plus tan square x. So I'll write the left hand side as 1 plus tan square 2x, and right hand side is 1 minus tan 2x. So if I bring them on one side, tan square 2x plus tan 2x will be equal to 0, right? Tan 2x, if I take as common, then tan 2x plus 1 will be equal to 0, right? So either tan 2x will be equal to 0 or tan 2x will be equal to negative 1. So if tan 2x is equal to 0, then 2x is going to be equal to n pi, because tan 2x will be equal to 0 where sine 2x, where the numerator will be 0, right? Sine 2x will be 0. So 2x should be equal to n pi. So x will be equal to n pi by 2. Or now look at this. This will be equal to minus 1 at minus pi by 4, right? At pi by 4 it is 1. So minus 1 minus pi by 4. So let me write it like this. 2x equal to n pi plus alpha, which is minus pi by 4. So minus pi by 4 here. So x will be equal to n pi by 2 minus pi by 8. This is the solution. N belongs to integers. Now again a CD formula application. So if I apply CD formula on these two terms, sine C plus sine D. So sine C plus sine D is equal to 2 sine C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2. So let me apply it on first and third terms. 2 sine C plus D, that is 6x by 2, 3x, cos C minus D, 4x by 2. So it will be minus 2x, but I can write 2x because this is cos. So cos of minus theta is also cos of theta. Okay. Then plus the middle term that was not taken, and it is equal to 0. So let me take sine 3x as common. I'll have 2 cos 2x plus 1 equal to 0. So either sine 3x equal to 0, that means 3x equal to n pi, so that will give me x equal to n pi by 3, or cos 2x equal to minus 1 by 2. So minus 1 by 2 means minus pi by 3. So 2x equal to 2n pi, 2x equal to 2n pi plus minus pi by 3. So, or you can write it as minus plus pi by 3, right? Or minus, no, in case of cos you cannot do minus pi by 3, right? Because cos of minus pi, this is my mistake. In case of cos, you cannot write minus pi by 3 here, because in case of cos, if you see, first and fourth quadrant both give me positive value. So I have to go here, pi minus pi by 3, right, in the second quadrant. So cos 2x equal to minus 1 by 2 will be at 2 pi by 3, right? So, or in other terms, let me write it for you. Cos 2x can be written as cos of 2 pi by 3, because cos pi minus pi by 3 will give you what? Minus cos pi by 3, which is cos pi by 3 is 1 by 2, so minus of 1 by 2, right? So this is my equation, and the solution will be, so you should not hurry while writing the solutions. You might make this mistake, which I was going to do. This is a classic mistake, right? Cos x equal to cos alpha. If let us say something negative angle comes here, so you cannot write negative angle there, because cos of minus theta is equal to cos theta. You have to go in second quadrant to write the negative angle, that is pi minus theta, right? 2x equal to 2n pi plus minus 2 pi by 3, then x will be equal to n pi plus minus pi by 3, because this 2 will get cancelled. So now this is correct. This is the solution, and union, this is the solution. N pi by 3 or n pi plus minus pi by 3. Now this is the solution.